Okay, we are live.
Excellent. Welcome everyone to this Corporation of Bonnechere Valley. This is a public meeting, March 4th, 2025. The applicant is Evangelical Lutheran Church, David Costello. Being 5:15 p.m., this meeting held by council under Section 34 of the Planning Act is now called to order. I need an approval of the public meeting minutes from December 3rd, 2024, which was Gail McDonald, the estate of Francis Kilby, zoning bylaw amendment, please. Could I have a mover and seconder, please? Moved by John, seconded by Merv. All in favor? Thank you. Members are to state any pecuniary interest and the general nature thereof before items are discussed. Are there any declarations? I see none. Part of Lot 17, Concession 10 in the geographic township of South Algona, being part of 909 Zadow Road, located adjacent to 589 Golden Lynn Way. The purpose of the amendment is to rezone a 1,360 square meter parcel of land proposed to be added to the abutting residential waterfront lot at 589 Golden Lynn Way. The effect of the amendment is to rezone the 1,360 square meter parcel from tourist commercial to limited service residential, so that the enlarged lot will be entirely zoned as limited service residential. All other provisions of the zoning bylaw shall apply. The public meeting is a requirement of the Planning Act. In accordance with the Planning Act, notice must be given at least 20 days before the public meeting is held. Would the clerk please report on notice of circulation?
On February 5th, 2025, the notice was circulated to all property owners within 120 meters of the subject property. It was mailed to the agencies as required under the Planning Act. The notice was also published in the Eagle Leader and it appeared in the February 5th, 2025 edition. And notice of the meeting was also posted on the township's website.
Thank you. The 20-day notice having been given, I now declare this meeting properly constituted to transact its business. Would the clerk please report on any written comments received?
There wasn't any.
Thank you. Do any members of the public wish to speak to the amendment? Does the owner or agent for the property wish to speak to the amendment? Are there any comments or questions from members of council? I see none. This therefore completes the public meeting process. Council will give careful consideration to the arguments for and or against the zoning amendment. The bylaw will be brought forward to the March 18th, 2025 meeting of council for consideration of passing. Should this bylaw be passed, a notice of passing will then be circulated as required under the Planning Act, and there would be an appeal period after the notice of passing was sent out of 20 days. Any person wishing to receive written notice of the adoption of the amendment being considered at this meeting must leave their name and mailing address with the township clerk in writing. As required by Section 34, 14.5 of the Planning Act, council is required to inform the public of who is entitled to appeal to the Ontario Land Tribunal under Sections 34, 11, and 19. Under Section 34:11, if council decides to refuse an application or refuses or neglects to make a decision on an application within 120 days of the municipal clerk receiving the application, the applicant or the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing may appeal to the Ontario Land Tribunal by filing an appeal with the clerk of the municipality. Section 34:19. Not later than 20 days after giving a notice of passing of the bylaw, the applicant, any person or public body who made oral submissions at the public meeting or made a written submission to council before the bylaw was passed, or the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing may appeal to the Ontario Land Tribunal by filing an appeal with the clerk of the municipality. I declare this public meeting closed at 5:19 p.m.